What is Kubernetes? Orchestrating scalable microservices for modern enterprise-level infrastructure containerization changed how applications are built and deployed. Instead of installing software directly on servers, applications are packaged with everything they need into lightweight containers. This makes software portable, consistent, and easy to deploy. But as organizations adopt microservices and begin running hundreds or even thousands of containers, simply using containers is no longer enough. This is where Kubernetes becomes essential. Traditional container management works well for small projects. A team might manually start containers, stop them, update them, and connect them together. However, enterprise environments are entirely different. Modern applications are composed of dozens or even hundreds of independent microservices. Each service may have multiple container replicas distributed across many servers. Managing all of these manually quickly becomes impossible. One of the biggest problems is operational complexity. Imagine having thousands of containers running simultaneously. If one crashes, someone has to detect the failure and restart it. If traffic suddenly doubles, more containers must be launched immediately. If traffic decreases, excess containers should be removed to avoid wasting resources. Trying to perform these operations manually introduces delays, human errors, and service interruptions. Traffic management also becomes increasingly difficult. Every incoming request must be routed to healthy container instances. If containers are constantly being created and destroyed, their IP addresses continuously change. Without automation, administrators would constantly update routing rules, monitor server health, and rebalance workloads manually. This process simply does not scale. Modern distributed systems solve this problem using a centralized control plane. Think of the control plane as the brain of Kubernetes. Rather than managing individual servers, it manages the entire cluster as a single intelligent platform. It continuously monitors every node, every container, and every application to ensure the system behaves exactly as intended. One of Kubernetes' biggest innovations is its declarative model. Instead of writing long procedural scripts that describe every deployment step, engineers simply declare the desired end state. For example, instead of scripting start 3 containers, restart them if they fail, expose them on port 80, and update them later, developers simply describe the desired configuration inside YAML files. These files specify statements like, I want 3 replicas of this application running. I want them accessible through this service. I want them automatically restarted if they fail. Kubernetes continuously compares the desired state with the actual state of the cluster. Whenever differences appear, Kubernetes automatically corrects them. Inside the control plane, 2 major components make this possible. The Kube-Scheduler determines where new containers should run. It analyzes available CPU, memory, storage capacity, hardware constraints, affinity rules, and workload distribution before selecting the best node for each pod. Meanwhile, the controller manager constantly watches the cluster. If the desired state says there should be 5 replicas but only 4 are currently running, it immediately creates another one. If too many replicas exist, it removes the extras. These controllers continuously enforce consistency across the entire infrastructure. This leads directly to one of Kubernetes' most powerful capabilities: self-healing. Failures are expected in distributed systems. Hardware fails. Virtual machines crash. Networks become unstable. Containers terminate unexpectedly. Instead of waiting for administrators to notice problems, Kubernetes detects failures automatically. If a container crashes, Kubernetes launches a replacement. If an entire node becomes unavailable, workloads are automatically moved to healthy nodes elsewhere in the cluster. If health checks fail repeatedly, unhealthy instances are removed from service before users are affected. This constant recovery process dramatically reduces downtime while improving overall system reliability. Networking also becomes far simpler. Applications no longer communicate with individual container IP addresses because those addresses change frequently. Instead, Kubernetes introduces services that provide stable virtual endpoints. Internal load balancing distributes requests evenly across every healthy pod behind a service. Whether there are 5 pods or 5,000, traffic is balanced automatically without developers changing application code. As workloads scale dynamically, users experience seamless performance because Kubernetes continuously adjusts request distribution in real time. Security is equally important in enterprise environments. Applications often require passwords, database credentials, API tokens, encryption certificates, and cloud authentication keys. Hard-coding these values into applications is extremely dangerous. Kubernetes solves this using secrets and config maps. Secrets securely store sensitive information, while config maps manage application configurations separately from application code. During deployment, Kubernetes injects these values into containers dynamically, allowing credentials to change without rebuilding application images. Combined with encryption, access control, and role-based permissions, Kubernetes provides a much stronger security foundation than traditional deployment methods. As architectures continue growing, simply connecting services is no longer enough. Organizations increasingly adopt service mesh technologies like Istio or Linkerd. A service mesh adds a dedicated communication layer between microservices. Instead of embedding networking logic inside every application, the mesh manages traffic routing, retries, encryption, authentication, telemetry, and policy enforcement automatically. This dramatically improves observability by providing detailed metrics, distributed tracing, latency measurements, and service dependency visualization across extremely complex application environments. Scaling applications is another area where Kubernetes excels. Traffic rarely remains constant. An online retailer might experience 10 times more users during a holiday sale. A streaming platform might receive millions of viewers during a live event. Horizontal pod auto-scaling continuously monitors resource usage such as CPU utilization, memory consumption, or custom business metrics. When demand increases, Kubernetes automatically launches additional pod replicas. When traffic decreases, unnecessary replicas are removed to reduce infrastructure costs. All of this happens automatically without human intervention. Deploying new software versions also becomes significantly safer. Instead of shutting down an application and replacing everything at once, Kubernetes performs rolling updates. New container versions are introduced gradually, while older versions continue serving users. Health checks validate each new deployment before additional instances are updated. If problems appear, Kubernetes immediately performs an automated rollback, restoring the previous stable version within seconds. This minimizes deployment risk while enabling continuous delivery at enterprise scale. Infrastructure management itself has also evolved. Traditional administrators manually configured servers through remote access and shell commands. Modern organizations increasingly embrace infrastructure as code using GitOps. Desired cluster configurations are stored inside version-controlled Git repositories. Whenever engineers update configuration files, automated deployment systems synchronize Kubernetes clusters with the repository. Git becomes the single source of truth for infrastructure, enabling version history, peer review, auditing, rollback, and automated compliance. Looking ahead, Kubernetes continues becoming even more intelligent. Artificial intelligence and machine learning are beginning to optimize cluster operations automatically. AI systems can predict workload growth, recommend resource allocations, optimize scheduling decisions, reduce infrastructure costs, and automatically tune cluster performance based on historical behavior. Rather than reacting to failures, future Kubernetes environments will increasingly anticipate them before they occur. Enterprise resilience also depends on avoiding dependence on any single cloud provider. Many organizations now operate workloads across multiple public clouds alongside private data centers. Kubernetes provides a consistent platform regardless of where applications run. The same deployment configurations can operate across AWS, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Platform, and on-premises infrastructure with minimal modification. This multi-cloud and hybrid cloud portability improves disaster recovery, regulatory compliance, geographic redundancy, and long-term business flexibility. Ultimately, Kubernetes represents far more than a container orchestrator. It transforms fragile collections of manually managed containers into resilient, automated production platforms capable of supporting modern enterprise applications. Through declarative infrastructure, intelligent scheduling, automated recovery, dynamic scaling, integrated security, service meshes, GitOps workflows, AI-assisted optimization, and multi-cloud portability, Kubernetes enables organizations to build highly available systems that remain reliable even as complexity continues to grow. As software architectures become increasingly distributed, Kubernetes has established itself as the operating system of the modern cloud, providing the automation, resilience, and scalability required for enterprise-grade infrastructure. If you found this guide valuable, subscribe for more deep dives into cloud computing, DevOps, Kubernetes, microservices, and enterprise infrastructure. Leave a comment with the topic you'd like to explore next, and share this video with anyone building modern cloud-native applications.